to bring food, it's okay. We want to celebrate them and to show them how much we love them for their commitment and their compassion and love. So, Christianity Today is a journal that usually talk about Christian in the United States and the world. The last article in September 2022, they did a report of a study on evangelical in the United States. And they found that 53% of evangelical now believe that the Bible is not literally true, which means 53% of evangelical don't believe that the Bible is the authority to speak. And 56% believes that Jesus is not the only way to God, evangelicals, 56%. And 43% affirms that Jesus was a great teacher, but he was not God. That's evangelicals. It's not American in general. So the study has been done among evangelicals to find out what they believe. Do they still believe in what they used to believe? Even though the percentage is alarming, my concern is not so much about the percentage. My concern is about the definition we give today to evangelicals or evangelicalism. When you ask people, if you ask people today, what is an evangelical? You will get answers that has almost nothing to do with being disciples of Christ. And that's a concern. For example, people will say that evangelical are those who believe, those who are anti-abortions. This is what some people will say. And other people will say that evangelicals are those who hate gays and lesbians. They will say that. Or they will say that evangelicals are those who think that they are better than those who don't know Jesus Christ. Some people will say that evangelicals are those who do not accept other cultures and other religions. And it's a concern today because it may not be a problem for adults or for those who are old, but it's becoming a problem for young people, young Christians in the schools, settings in the United States. Because they are trying to portray evangelicals as those who don't really like other people but themselves. And they are against freedom. They are against other cultures. The presumption they have about us can be discouraging. And I think the confusing part is that some people will even leave the church because of the confusion. Because they are so confused, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to think. And I believe that part of the fact that people left the church because of COVID has the reason in this. Because there's so much confusion. When COVID came, some people take advantage and maybe just left the church because they don't know what to think about their faith or about evangelicalism. I think three reasons contributed to that problem. First, we evangelicals fell into the trap of the American political polarization. So conservatives against liberal. Sometimes both claiming to be Christian. You don't know who is more Christian than who. And second, we have reduced evangelicalism or evangelization to the preservation of Christian culture or ideology. So we think evangelization is to preserve a sort of Christian cultures. And if we don't preserve that, we are not doing the work of God. And that's the problem. Because if we take that as what God set us to do, we may miss the point. And the third reason, this is my concern this morning, and this is where I want to focus. We have been trying to witness Christ without the Holy Spirit. And that's the real problem. We rely more on arguments